Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Money with Falling Forward Financial. Just an update here on NLY Capital. I've talked about them once or twice here on the channel. It's a REIT, kind of a high-paying dividend. NLY Capital, ticker NLY. Here you can see over the last year, down over 25%. Not near as bad as some other stocks out there, but like some of the MJ stocks that I have are down 75-80%. They're actually green in the past 3 months, 5.5%. Here in the past month, down 5%, or a little over. In the past week, down about 2.5%. And here's a look at today. They're kind of going down. I just bought some in a different account, and then I thought, may as well do a video on it. Haven't done one, and then I come across some interesting information on this one, so I'll be pointing that out here in the next minutes that follow. But if you don't know much about this one, it's an investment and financing of residential and commercial assets, operates through the following investment groups, and feel free to pause and go over those. Been around since 1996. $11.03 billion market cap, high today of 648, low of 638, 52-week high of 894 and a low of 545. Fat dividend, juicy one here at 13.66. Average volume of 38.35 million and volume today of 18.48. 69% hold on this one. And here's a look at their earnings. Next is expected on October 26th. So looks like they've beat on earnings every time. I don't have any shares here in this Robinhood account anymore. I transferred them elsewhere, but I still have them. But you can still see my history here. So it was at 22 cents per quarter. And so I had 15 shares here, and you get $3.30 per quarter. So pays in April, January, December. So, and you can see a lot of the other ones down here also in the red. I've talked about this AG&C before as well. That's kind of a high-paying one. And of course ORC, Orchid Island, quite a few times. Have not talked about this one on the channel. Might have to look into that one as well. I like to diversify. So here's the interesting article. NLY Capital Management stock to reverse split on Monday the 26th. NLY Capital got a scheduled reverse split before the market opens on Monday, September 26th. 1-for-4 reverse split was announced on Monday. So if math serves me right, so for every 4 shares, you're going to end up with 1. So don't sweat it yet. The number of shares owned by shareholders will be adjusted after the market closes on Monday. NLA opened at 644 on Wednesday. The firm has a 50-day simple moving average of $6.51, 200-day of $6.59, market cap of $10.46 billion, and price to earnings. So they last posted its quarterly earnings data on Wednesday, July 27th. The real estate investment trust, or REIT, reported 30 cents earnings per share for a quarter, beating the consensus estimate of 25 cents by nickel. So had a net margin of 178.91%, return on equity of 16.72%. Feel free to pause and go over the rest there. The company also recently declared a quarterly dividend, which will be paid on October 31st. So that's the next one that'll be paid. Investors on record of Friday. So as long as you have your shares before the 30th, you'll be paid 88-cent dividend. So it was 22. They're doing the 4-for-1, or the 1-for-4. Excuse me, they reversed 1-for-4, so now you'll be getting 88 cents per quarter. The ex-dividend date on Thursday, September 29th, represents a $3.52 dividend on an annualized basis and a yield of 54.66%. Increase from NLY Capital. Previous quarterly dividend was 22 cents, as I showed earlier, and the payout ratio is currently 34.92%. So rating it as a market perform, rating to an outperform rating, and lifted the price target on the stock as 625 to 675. Here's some insider transactions. Finkelstein acquired 200,000 shares of NLY Capital Management stock in a transaction on Friday, June 17th. Here's some hedge funds weighing in on NLY Capital Management. And a little bit more about NLY Capital. A diversified capital manager engages in mortgage finance and corporate middle market lending. Company invests in an agency, mortgage-backed securities, mortgage servicing rights, agency commercial mortgage-backed securities, non-agency residential mortgage assets, residential mortgage loans, credit risk transfer, security, corporate debts, and other commercial real estate investments. Here's some Wedgwood Partners, how they're lowering their holdings in NLY Capital. First quarter, according to a most recent and Exchange Commission, the fund owned 81,250 shares of the real estate investment trust after selling 14,250. I'm not going to read all that to you, so if you'd like to pause and go over that there for yourself, feel free. NLY Capital stock forecast 2022, profitable but bullish signals, and this is dated here on the 13th. So 38.14 million shares of NLY Capital were traded, and its beta was 1.21. Most recently, the company share price was $6.64, and it changed around a penny, or minus 0.15% from the last close, which brings the market valuation of the company to $11.57 billion. Share price of the 52-week low is $5.45, which indicates the current value has risen by an impressive 17.92% since then. We noted NLY Capital as an average daily trading volume, 10-day average of 33.89, within the 3-month coming in at 30.36 million. There's some more ratings. Feel free to pause and go over that over here on Reddit. So again, declare a 22-cent and a 4-to-1 stock split to make it more attractive to smart investors. Over here on StockTwits, currently at $6.39, low of $5.45, high of $8.94. They're doing a reverse stock split, that is for sure. Don't understand why they went to reverse split. I had high hopes with NLY to go through the high interest rates and maintain the dividend. This move is signaling the opposite. Reverse splits rarely work out well for investors. Now we'll see. It's basically the same thing, 22 cents to 88 cents. So we'll see what the stock price does. So I don't like them either, but it's basically the same. Over here on MSN Money, currently at $6.40, showing it as a hold with an upside to $6.53. That's all that I have on NLY. If you or NLY, however you want to say it. If you have this one, go ahead and list it in the comments along with your cost basis. Any other information you'd like to share on this one, and if there's any other REITs out there you want me to take a look at and do a video on. I've already done quite a few. I have some other ones here I might take a look at and do an update on them, but again, I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice, just stating my opinion. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing. and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is J Money, Falling Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.